Hey guys, how you doing today? Today I'm going to dig into the new NASCAR race format for 2017. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more random content, and here we go. Under the current point system, the winner of the race gets 40 points plus 3 bonus points. The points count in intervals of 1 point, with the second place finisher getting 39, third place 38, and etc. down to 40th place, which is worth 1 point. Any driver who leads a lap gets 1 bonus point, and the driver who leads the most laps also gets 1 bonus point. Thus, the maximum any driver can get in one race is 45 points, 40 for winning, 3 bonus points for winning, 1 bonus point for leading a lap, and 1 bonus point for leading the most laps. The new 2017 format is being projected to maximize green flag laps, leave opportunities for stage-winning drivers and teams to create moments, and levels the playing field with offsetting the pitting schedule that drivers might have usually prepared. As we see happens a lot of the times with some of the veteran drivers, they'll sit down and they'll come up with a pit schedule where they'll pit ahead of everybody else, offsetting the pit strategy. How many stages are the new format? There's 3 stages: stage 1, stage 2, and the final stage. Stage 1 and 2 will reward drivers who are leading or in the top 10, and at the conclusion of each stage, the final stage will determine the race winner. What is stage 1? Well, stage 1, the green flag will begin the race. Its length is approximately 25 to 30% of the event's total length, so you're looking at, if it's, say, 400 lap race, you're looking at about 100 to 110 laps. It's different for each race, depending on the track size, race length, with the ending marked via stage checkered flag. You can also end under caution, the same as a race would. If necessary, if it rains out and they decide that they're going to stop at, say, the middle of stage 3, I do believe that if it starts raining, that caution flag would end the race. I don't know how the point system will work. I guess we'll have to actually stay and see what they're going to do. Pit road will be closed approximately 5 laps prior to the end of stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. Cars will remain on track under yellow flag conditions. Pit road will be opened as per caution rules and covered during the live broadcast. An interview will be conducted with the stage-winning driver, as well as the crew chief, by radio in-car or by intercom system, I believe is how they do it. The running order for stage 2 will be set from the race-off pit road. So when stage 1 ends, they've got approximately, I'd say, 1 or 2 laps before pit road opens, and then that gives them a couple laps to get their strategy down, whether they're going to take 2 tires, 4 tires, right side, left side, aces. I guess this is really going to be good for the drivers. It's going to give them a chance to go in and change something that they had already had set on their previous setup that maybe they wouldn't have a chance to change during a 15 or 13 second pit stop. They might be able to say, all right, well, we have an extra minute or 2. We just got to get out before the pace car comes around. Stay on the lead lap. So now that gives them a little bit of extra time to sit down and figure out, okay, what can we change in this minute? Goes from 13 seconds to a minute. That's a big default. You can make 5 or 6 pit stops in a minute. So I think we're going to see a lot of drivers banking on this, especially with the night races, because they practice so much during the day, and the car changes so drastically come nighttime, that I think this is something they're actually going to be able to use to their advantage. Stage 2 will begin with the drop of green flag for the restart. Once again, approximately 25 to 30% of the event's total length, differing per race or per event and how many laps, with the ending marked via stage checkered flag, or once again, ending under caution or rain delay if necessary. Stage 2 bonus points. What about the stage bonus points? Drivers who are running 1st through 10th, at the conclusion of each stage, 1 and 2, will be awarded points depending on their top 10 positions. For first position, it would be 10 points. For 10th position, it would be 1, and accordingly in between. When it comes to stage 2 bonus points, it's the same as stage 1. Drivers who are running 1st through 10th at the conclusion of stage 2 will receive their stage bonus points. The final stage, following another caution period, which, as we can see, sometimes I never thought of it this way, but it could give fans a natural break, some time to get up and go use the bathroom, maybe go grab something to eat. There's a lot of green flag racing when it comes down. The only chance you really got is them 2 or 3 caution laps, and if you're lucky, you get the 2 cautions in a row. Somebody spins on a restart, causes a wreck, then you might have enough time to run out and grab another beer. Stage 3 will be raced as if it's a normal race for the remainder of the laps set. Drivers will then race for the event win and 5 bonus points that come with it. If you came in first in the 3rd stage, as I'm seeing it, you would get the 10 points for winning the stage, as well as the 5 bonus points for winning the event. How are points distributed? The final stage produces the race results, as would be with any other race. It would end by a checkered flag. Whoever crosses the start-finish line first at the wave of the final flag is the winner. Same as it would be last year, the year before that, pretty well as far back as we can remember. Whoever crosses the start-finish line first at the checkered flag is the race winner and is awarded 40 points from the final sector. Second place receives 35 points. Third receives 34. Fourth receives 33. Down to 1 point for drivers who finished 36 through 40. The maximum points a driver can earn in a race is 60. 40 for the race win, plus 20 for the winning of both stages. There's no longer a bonus point for leading a lap. They've done away with that for this year. A lot of times you'd see, when it comes down to pit strategy, you'd see some of the people running towards the back of the field would stay out for them extra couple laps and bargain on a caution coming out, so they can collect on them green flag running laps and get that 1 point per lap. For a lot of younger drivers, that's key. They look for that. They don't always get a chance to run out front. So with them doing away with this creates a scenario where now what they used for pit strategy is altered. So now instead of crew chief saying, okay, stay out and get them extra 2 points for 2 laps, they'll say, alright, might as well bring it in now when everybody else is coming in. There's nothing, you don't get anything for staying out. You might get a little bit of positioning when it comes to the pit cycles, but as for points, you're basically only going to win your points off the end of the sectors. They also did away with the bonus point for leading the most laps during a race, which isn't really a big deal. It was only 1 point at the end of the race. Once again, I suppose there are some drivers that depend on that point. I guess we'll have to wait and see. The winner receives 5 bonus points towards the postseason. This is up from 3 last year under the new enhancements. Plus postseason eligibility. Basically, they're keeping it the same. If you win, you're in. That's not going to change. If a driver leads at both the end of stage 1 and stage 2 and wins the race, he or she would carry 7 bonus points into the postseason. I haven't seen anything on where those. Correction. Okay. The race winner receives 5 bonus points towards the postseason. This is up from 3 last year, 2 extra under the new enhancements for 2017. Plus postseason eligibility. Basically, you win, you're in. That hasn't changed from last year. I do believe they're going to keep that the same. A lot of the drivers and a lot of the crew chiefs and just basically everybody depends on that now. If the driver leads at at the end of both Stage 1 and Stage 2 and completes at the checkered flag to win the race, that driver would receive 7 bonus points towards the postseason. So basically the chase. The rounds of the chase will also determine... So what can we say for the playoffs? The overall structure of the playoffs are going to stay the same. Win, you're in, and then secondly by driver's points. The rounds of the playoffs will also remain the same at the rounds of 16, 12, 8, and 4, and win to advance. There will be 10 races in the chase over the period of 4 rounds, with points receding for each round. Homestead Miami Speedway race will be the final 4, straight up racing. Now, I don't really see that much changing. Based on the points for the first 26 races of 2017, they will have a regular series champion. They will also have a regular season performance bonus in points for the top 10 drivers from those 26 races, with those points carrying over through rounds 1, 2, and 3 of the chase, as well as adding a race win bonus of 5 points per round, and also building throughout the chase. They have added a stage win bonus of 1 point per round, carrying and building through during the playoffs. So who benefits the most? Drivers who are running first through 10th at the conclusion of stage 1 will receive 10 points for first, 9 points for second, all the way down to 1 point for first. Additionally, the driver who finishes stage 1 first will receive 1 playoff point to carry over into the postseason, should that driver qualify for the postseason. Those can add up quickly. If you win 5 races, or if you win stage 1 during 5 races, that's 5 additional points you have going into the postseason. Now, if you finish in the top 10 of the top 26 races, that's an additional 1 bonus point. 10 bonus points for first place, blah, 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 all the way down. So what do the drivers have to say about this new format? You know, I've seen a lot of interviews on TV over the last couple days since they released the press release about this. You got some people that are excited for it, and some people who aren't. Now, of course, it's going to be the same as everything else. It's going to take some time getting used to. It took us some time to get used to the chase format that they implicated there a couple years ago. We had drivers that were complaining that it wasn't fair if the same top performance drivers could constantly win races and make their way into the chase. Now, it's going to be the same as this. There's going to be drivers that are going to love it, and there's going to be drivers that are going to hate it. So anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. If you'd like to drop a like on this video, subscribe for more content. I'll put our Twitter, our Instagram, and our Snapchat links in the description. We're just starting out. I'm just figuring out how to use this video editor, so I apologize for any of the mess-ups. Apparently my camera cut off part of it, and I didn't realize until afterwards. But what can you do? Anyway, like, subscribe. Yeah, catch you on the next one. Peace.